Hello everyone and welcome again to another Craft With Me video. Today I want to start sort of embellishing this envelope. This envelope will be part of a jumbo tag that I created as part of a swap, Valentine swap. And it will be added onto this pocket like this. I also added a lace tag here, and so a beautiful altered tag that I'll be showing you in a separate video. But for today we will be altering this. I did use, let me see, a texture fade by Tim Holtz for this one, a dimensional, and you do see the great structure on front and on the top. I mean on the front and on the back of the envelope. Of course, if you do want some more definition, you should do a better job at this than me, because you can see this structure is different than that one, but for now it still has the all over look that I want to go for. So as I already started gessoing all the elements that I will be shipping off, I decided to do the same with the envelope. So I will be adding that first, and then as this dries, I am taking a look at what I will be using on the envelope to finish it off, and what I will be adding on to maybe a layer here, or maybe just leave it like so. And as you see, I love to work a little bit roughly around the corners first, and then just a little bit over the top of the embossed and raised pieces. I'm not adding a lot of gesso anymore. I will just simply use what's on my brush here and just try to move that around. Just to give it a little bit of that white wash. So this is how it's going to be kept. So as you can see, an all over brushed look. And this is the front, just a little bit pieces there, and that's just great about this Stamperia paper. It's quite thick enough to hold a bit of liquids on top, and of course about the prints itself, they inspire you to create layers on top, and and so on and so on. So let me see, I have quite a few different pieces, some bags filled with snippets like this, and I just sort of grab them and put them next to me, close to me. So when I start assembling, I do have the pieces, and I do love this one. This one is a little bit too rough for me, but I do love this one, so I think I'm going to adhere this. And I love to keep in mind when I am cutting that I am keeping the print or the design intact, so I don't have half pieces. So this is whole and this is a whole piece, and I'll be doing the same here on the top. So this will be like the first layer that I will be using, and then I am thinking on maybe adding, I do have beautiful elements which I love to show you, and not necessarily I'm going to use that for this, but this is a beautiful embossed piece that I created using this texture fade by Tim Holtz, and this one is gifted to me by Carmen. Thank you so much, Carmen, for that. So I used that metallic cardstock. This is how it looks like raised, when it's raised, and this one is the other side, so that it's down and this side is raised. And this is just perfect to color it in, and I will be trying that with you together with you on this metallic paper with alcohol markers. That will be in another video. Let me start and check what I want to be using, because I did see some beautiful pieces. Sorry for the noise. I did see some beautiful elements here that could be added on top, or maybe just a little bit to the side. Let's just grab some more pieces out, and sometimes I will just be playing around and just keeping in mind what the all over look of the project is going to be. I think this is a beautiful, maybe like this, but I do love to have this one on top. This might be something, and this just a piece peeping there, and then I'll be cutting it off here, and I will be cutting it off like so, like this. So let me see if that's going to work. So yeah, I think that's going to work, and I don't mind that some pieces are sticking out, and just might want to add on some pink elements. Let me see if I do have like something like this, or maybe a quote. That could work there. And then let's see here. Like this. Maybe just some pink elements. I'm just missing a few, maybe like that fabric. Yeah, this is the pink, but you don't really see it because it's quite sheer. Let me see what I have more here. Hello, so I am back. I grabbed some pieces of fabric and also some silver metallic linen cardstock there. And I did go ahead and also distress the edge a little bit with the gesso. And now we'll be starting adhering all these elements first. So let's start off with the edges of this envelope. I made a sort of a strip in the middle here. We'll be attaching these pieces of vintage lace on top. And I must say, if you see some laces that you like, they're probably still available in my shop. So don't be afraid to pop in some questions along the video. And maybe you can grab some beautiful laces along as well. So let's do this on top here. And I do love how they sort of overlap each other, and yeah, it still has a little bit of room there. So that's perfect. And this one as well. I always like to leave some space for me to tuck in maybe some elements there. And I do think I do love this one underneath here first. So let's do that. I always love to work with different layers of materials like textures, fabrics, doilies, resin pieces, just building up a structure there. Probably want to put this one just a teeny tiny bit on the edge here. So that's a plus of using the liquid glue. It doesn't dry up really fast. So you still have the time to move it around and to relocate the pieces. Beautiful fabric piece here on top. And that's for that. For so far, let's distress the edge of this metallic piece. I do it quite roughly because that's also in the same style of the paper collection. It does have quite a few tears. So, and I will be adhering this also without some dimension, because I want this to be structured but not voluminous, so not too high. This, and then I will be adding some touches of pink to the edge, and that's why it's good if you use these chipboard pieces to use some gesso, because you can completely wipe it off if you do not use gesso. You can wipe off the excess inking on top of the parts that you don't want to have ink, and the parts that you do want to have ink, you gesso that one up and add on your ink. So that's for that. Be popping this one on top of there. And then I believe it might be done, but I think I might add, if I can find it, I also have like a box filled with snippets here inside on the side. Let me just see if I can find something here. Don't know if I want to add on just one layer more of dimension. I might just do that. This, yeah, I might just do that. So that's for that one. Snip off a piece here. And let's add maybe a larger piece. Let's see if I can find that. Maybe a larger piece of this. This still has a beautiful structure. Like so. Snip off a piece and just add. Yeah, you don't have to add as much glue as I do. You can definitely do some small drops, but for this I do love it to be a little bit more sturdy, so that's for that. And I'm going to leave it like so for now, and then turn it around. Well, I might be adding in this corner just a bit of dimension. Again, if you want to add on some more structure on this corner, I think I'm going to do that first. Going to add on some white gesso on top of that, And but before I do that, I'm just going to show you the layers that I'll be adding. Let me see if I can find the beautiful. I'm really loving this fabric, so I want to put just a strip underneath there, and it doesn't have to be perfect for me, but for you, if you want to have a perfect strip, you can always do it with a fabric cutter. I think till so far is good. So I'll be adding this one and this one on top for this corner. And I do want to have like a bit of lace. So let's see what we have around here. There's like so many choices, so sometimes it is difficult to find that perfect piece. Yeah, I do think this one is going to work. I am going to cut it off by half so I can use that other part somewhere else. So layered it all up, putting it here. So I think it's going to be like this. So as I said, I'm going to be gessoing it up the edges and then inking it up, and then yeah, then the envelope will be finished. So in the next video where you will join me if you like, I will show you the finished envelope, and of course I will show you the other tags and create some other items with you. So cannot wait to share those with you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.